I don't know where this dream came from, but there was like this man and his wife and their friend. They took a train ride. Sorry, I had to pee. They took a train ride with these other men to a different area, because this man, he could do magic or something like that. He had like a special ability. And so these people, they took him on, they invited him and they asked him like to come to this, I don't know if it was a school or work with them, to work with them. And so they tried to get to his wife and ask her, because they were trying to persuade him in any which way that they could, right? And so while doing this, the wife was like testing them to see their what's the word I'm looking for? Their notability. Were they good people or bad people? So she said, you know what, just take us back home. Basically, like, we'll think about it. She's like, I told him to take us home. So they had an option, like, you want to go here, or we'll take you, or, go back home. So they go back home, and the friend's like, what are you doing? And the husband's like, I felt it. Like, I feel that they have power. I feel that they can either teach him something more, or they're trying to, like, sign him into, like, lower vibrational type of abilities. Like, use his abilities in the wrong way. So he can feel like they had this energy about them, but something was off. And so they went to they got off the train. She's like, their friend was like, what are you doing, girl? It was another female. And she was like, I told him to take us home. So they went home from the train and they got off. And so the husband and the wife, they walked upstairs to this building so they can go out. Because like how some of those buildings, like, it's almost like the second floor is like really the top level, and the bottom half is like the basement. And so they walk out the stairs, they go up the stairs, and they walk out home, and they leave their homegirl, who's supposed to be like the lookout, to see, like, okay, one guy leaves behind them, and another guy who has like this canteen. This is probably like with alcohol. He like comes out, and the other guy who's supposed to go follow them behind, the girl kind of like, like tries to woo him, and he the guy that comes around the corner, it's like, stop being distracted and go do what you're supposed to do, whatever, like that. Which basically, in my mind, is like, okay, so now they want to try to kill this man because he doesn't want to work with them. So then the story changes. So the girl, she can't catch up to them, so she's not able to like run after them. So she like hits this piece in the wall where it's like a whole bunch of pictures that she was saving to blackmail this religious leader. Dang, I gotta pee a lot. This has been happening lately. Like, I must got 2 bladders around here or something. Dang. Like, I feel like Austin Powers when he was like coming out of cryo freeze or whatever it's called, cryogenics, and he was like complete. He just kept on peeing, but anyway. So she hits this like panel in the wall and breaks it. It's like a whole bunch of pictures of like her and this religious leader. So she was thinking like, okay, well, if this person has this power or whatever, she's thinking he probably has something to do with it. I don't know. He was up there in religious leaders, and so this guy, he was not built really well. And so she hit this panel, and she had like a whole bunch of photos of her and him Wow, it's a lot of distractions upstairs, banging and stuff. But it was her and him, and she spread them everywhere in the halls. But then she was like, okay, so this will make him like call the dogs off of my friends because he don't want everybody to find out about this. And so I'm looking, I'm like, what the fuck is that? And so then she hears like some screaming, and like I can see through walls, like it's like I could see what was going on. And it was like I was above the wall, like not necessarily seeing through the wall, but it was like I was looking like it was like the house or the building was like formatted in a way where I was seeing above the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? So I could look down. And it was two women. It was a white woman and a black woman. The black woman was kind of curled up on the side, which it might have been an example of her. She was having like a memory, but she was hearing like what was going on. Like he was doing something with two other girls. And like the more fair-skinned woman, she looked white to me. And then there was a black woman. She was kind of like curled up to the side. And she was all like, I can't take it anymore. It was like a long phallic. Like the phallic was huge. And he was like, shut up, bitch. And all like talking to these women like they were property. He was just like, who's going to make it to get their riches? Like who's gonna be deserving of this money? Like they were really doing this to come out of some type of poverty. But it was like the phallic was detachable. It's like he kept hiding the true stars. Like he was banging these people's walls out the frame, but not with his own phallic. Like it was like he kept like hiding like a fucking fat toad. I don't know. And there was this weird ass game the girls we would play. It's like this fake thing that they would kiss, and like the tongue would come out the snake with whipped cream or something, saying like who had like the best head or something like that. And the black girl, she had kissed it, and he was like, I don't even want to F you. Like, you try to... It was some racist ass shit. I don't know, but... She was kind of offended a little bit. Like, what you mean? Like, that was probably the best thing that could have happened to her. Like, they were trying to prove, like he had the girls in competition with each other somehow. He's like, you can't teach him nothing. It was like, I can't remember exactly the words, but it wasn't really this. It wasn't the person. Like the person was hidden. Like they were doing this competition to a fake object. Like it was like the head of him. Like it was like only his head, like and a little bit of his body that was like on top of this counter, and it was animated. Like it would move, and like when you kissed his lips, like I don't know, like a snake tongue would come out, like with whipped cream, and it looked like creamy or something. Like I don't know, they were having like a contest, like, and if it didn't arouse the snake or something like that, you would be punished or something like that. But when the other black girl, she had dreads and she had on red, even in the pictures, I think she was having memories of her experience there. And he was like, I'm cool, I'll pass on you, you know? And all the other girls thought it was funny, like, you didn't arouse this snake and he still doesn't even want to, like, waste his time on punishing you or some weird shit like that, y'all. I don't know what kind of motherfucking dream this was, but that shit was weird. Hey, so family, so in addition to my channel dream, at first I did not know. I was like, God, why did you send me this weird ass dream? And then I was on social media, you know what I'm saying? And I seen this testimony from Katie Johnson, and when she said, he was like, shut up, like, you know what I'm saying, and she was a virgin. It looked just like that. And there was another girl who was in there, and she was kind of like not really trying to see what was going on. Like, she was kind of monitoring, but I guess just to make sure nothing bad, like death or something. I don't know why she was there, if something happened to her at the same time, but honestly, she was like curled up in the corner trying not to see what was going on because she was terrified by what she was hearing. And the girl was, you know what I'm saying, being brutalized, like sexually. And so I was just like, wow, so is this what's going on? Your girl's having like psychic dreams? Like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Now I see why they trying to block out the sun. Okay. But you know what I'm saying? God is good all the time, and everyone's going to see the scales of justice at the end of the day. Stay woke, stay whole. So family.